Here to commence our 2009 apprentice graduation ceremony. My name is Scott Gordon. I'm your Executive Director for the Laborers Training and Retraining Trust of Southern California. This trust is a Taft-Hartley Trust Fund. What that means is that management and labor come together and they agree. They agree on curriculum, they agree on training, they agree on putting together a program that meets state standards and federal requirements. Today we're going to graduate 243 construction craft laborers to a journeyman status. Each of you have a program in front of you and we're going to follow it diligently. We're going to cross this dais and leave apprenticeship and move into what it means to be a journeyman. So we're going to challenge you today. I want you all to take a breath. Take a nice deep breath. You deserve it. You've been working hard for 2 years. We're going to challenge you in many different ways. The first thing we want to do is we want to salute our country and our state. So I want to lead you in our Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Justice for all, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, guests and visitors, brothers and sisters, I recognize a labor trustee that sits on our budget committee, our building committee, and our JAC. He's the business manager of Local 300, the biggest local in the entire nation, Mr. Sergio Rascon.
Thank you, Scott. Good morning. Muy buenos días. Okay, parece que hablamos español también, ¿verdad? That's a good sign. I want to welcome all of you today. Obviously, the journeymen now that have become from being apprentices. But those of you, brothers, sisters, family that are here in support of the new journeyman, welcome. Bienvenidos. It's a great pleasure for me, and it's also an honor. We have a special guest, which I thank Scott for changing the agenda so that we can get this great gentleman first, because believe it or not, he made a special trip to come to be with you today. And for those of you that have heard of the Attorney General and perhaps wonder what the Attorney General does, I'm going to read to you some of the things that this Attorney General does. The Attorney General represents the people of California in civil and criminal matters before trial courts, appellate courts, and the Supreme Courts of California and the United States. The Attorney General also assists district attorneys, local law enforcement, and federal and international criminal justice agencies in the administration of justice. In addition, the Attorney General establishes and operates projects and programs to protect Californians from fraudulent, unfair, and illegal activities that victimize consumers or threaten public safety. A good example of that is in December, he filed a lawsuit against a car wash owner for violations of the workers' rights. What that means is also within the construction industries, he does the same thing. If we have contractors or unscrupulous contractors that take advantage of our workers out there, this is the man that fights hard to make sure that they take care of them and put them in jail if they have to. If people like this take advantage of workers like you and I. But it also gives me a great pleasure to say that in December, laborers in general, including our international has endorsed our Attorney General now to become the next governor of the state of California. Without any further to say, I would like to have you give me the opportunity to present to you and help me in giving him a warm welcome as not only the Attorney General, but the next governor to be, Edward G. Brown, Jr.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not going to talk too long. I know you got a great ceremony. But I wanted to be here because I think apprenticeship is so important to each of you who get the training, who are able to have more skills, get more respect. It's important for the community, for the economy, and it hasn't been around that long. When I was governor before, 1975 to 1982, by the way, I was the youngest governor in California in 100 years, and if I get elected governor again, I'll be the oldest governor in 100 years. So I probably should retire, but I like doing what I'm doing. And things are really screwed up. So you need a real journeyman, not one of these apprentices, you know, like that lady from eBay. She wants to be governor. You ever heard about her? She looked in the mirror and said, I want to be governor. Well, you can't look in the mirror and say, I want to be a journeyman. You got to spend thousands of hours learning a lot of stuff so you can do a job. And, you know, we're having a problem in this country, you know, people losing their homes through foreclosure. And as Attorney General, I've sued several of these banks to make them modify the loans. And we're modifying up to 100,000 loans on people's houses where they were sucked into these subprime mortgages and these other kind of financial instruments that really weren't fair and were very deceptive. And the sad part is, when you look at our country, you look at Wall Street, Washington, we've lost trillions of dollars. We have, and the people who did it never went to jail, never paid any fines. In fact, now they're getting billion-dollar bonuses, million-dollar bonuses. So we have a problem in our country, and we have to pull together in solidarity to advance the interests of working men and women in this country. And that's what I'm committed to. My father was governor, very close to the laborers, and I want to do the same thing. And I know it's not easy. I'm not going to promise you everything's going to get better overnight. But if we pull together, organized labor has the power of taking the individual and uniting that individual with other individuals, and thereby raising wages and protecting benefits. And that's really what we need to do. 40 years ago, 35% of the workforce was represented by unions. Today, the private workforce is down to 7%. So there's been an erosion of union power, and at the same time, as that's happened, average wages have gone down. The median income has gone down. So, and then they tell you, so we know we got a problem, we got challenges, and I want to work with you. And other than that, I'm just glad to be here, see this wonderful training facility, a great thing. And we have the business and the union working together, taking the money on an hourly basis and investing into your training. And you keep training, keep working, keep pulling together. We're going to turn this country around. We're going to turn California around. Got huge deficits. The state's bankrupt. The federal government is having huge trouble. People losing their homes. This is not the time to lose heart. It's the time to organize. It's the time for solidarity. It's the time for real political action to turn California and the whole country around. Thank you very much. Good luck. Congratulations. Okay, so that was just to warm up. All right. Okay, graduates. I introduce to you a person whose name is not only on our school, but he's also our leader. And in all truth, Mike, you embody what it means to have vision. You embody what it means to have experience. But more than anything, you have heart. You have compassion. And I think that's your most endearing quality. All of us are drawn to you because of your love and your guidance and your direction. And ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you our leader, the business manager of our district council, the vice president of our general executive board, Mike Coveto Jr.
Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Well, I said good morning, right? Journeymen, men and women, guests and families. This is the class of 2010, the graduation. I welcome you to this very important day, a day that will mark the beginning of new careers in the construction industry in California. As journeymen and women, the laborers, I bring you greetings, special greetings from the General President, Jerry O'Sullivan, from the General Secretary, Amant Sabatoni, and our good friend from the Southwest region, Robert Davis. And Robert Davis' assistant, Ernie Ordonez, he's here too, he's over here, sit over here. I was given a message from one of my partners that's in the General Executive Board. He's the number one vice president, Jerry Hayes. Some of you know him, some of you do know, but he said, mention my name, please. It's close to election time. I said, I will. I also want to acknowledge those who have made this event possible, and introduce my colleagues who work hard to make this day a reality for you. It was a labor's honor to introduce Armando Spazza, Local 652, Bobby LaFarga, Local 507, Sergio Rascon, Local 300, David Baker, Local 802, David Valenzuela, Manuel Matabayas, Local 220, these are almost fast enough. David Valenzuela, 585, for their tireless commitments and leadership to the labor training and retraining trust. I also want to recognize John Smith, Local 1184, Sergio Rascon, Local 300, Tony Hoffman, Local 220, for their solid dedication and leadership to the Joint Apprenticeship Committee and making the Labor's Apprenticeship Program the best in California. To me, it's the best in the United States, really. And I also want to mention the group of individuals behind the screen who really make all this possible. Please hold all your applause for these people because they're very important. I want to acknowledge all the regional coordinators, including Mike Rubio, the senior coordinator, the administrative staff, the office manager, Angie Callio, Bruce Smith, the facility manager, and his staff. And I want to thank all the instructors for you playing such a great part in training these young men today. The apprenticeship representative and also the representative Richard Rios. And of course, the man who really has done a great job and been the quarterback for the entire programs in the school, the executive director of the Labor Training School, Scott Gordon. I see you walk away. To introduce all the people who are part of the Scott team, but it would be all day to say all their names, because there's quite a bit of them. And then another, so let's give a round of applause to all of them, please. This is a new year and a new opportunity in challenging times. Facing the challenging times is nothing new to the laborers. It's part of history. As a union labor organization, we call the UNA, the Labor's International Union of North America. I say it again, La UNA is one time that I say it again, La UNA. It wasn't long ago when naysayers said the labor would never have an apprenticeship program. But they were wrong. It was through the hard work of men and women who dared to dream that one day the skilled labor will become skilled journeymen and journeywomen in the construction industry. They said the common labor on the construction side was unskilled construction worker. Today, that unskilled construction worker is a skilled construction worker with hours of training, specialized classes, certified with potential of being a lead man, a construction foreman, even a job superintendent. And even someday, they heal him, may own their own construction company, and even become a labor leader like me and other labor leaders. The laborers have come a long ways, and nothing can stop you from being all that you want because of your training and sacrifice and hard work. Never forget what you learned here at the labor school. Teamwork, unity, strength, hard work, and justice for all laborers. You decided to learn a trade and become determined because of your determination. You have learned to take responsibility for your life and your future, for which I am proud of all of you. I learned how to be loyal to your companies, committed to employers' goals, and to make better decisions both on and off the job site for yourself, your family, and your future. And all the dreams you desire. And the destiny is based on how you will use what you have learned from your training here at the labor school. Experience I hope you will never forget. When I was a laborer, and that's way back many years. When I say way back, I mean years. You heard of the Persian Square that was built in 1952? I worked there when I was 17 years old. And I never forgot that. That time there was no training school, no voice classes, there was nothing. You learned and you had to learn fast because the guy next to you, he didn't want you to learn too fast. He wanted you to take a copy of him. He could work harder. So I worked there, and to me it was just being a union. I felt good with a fair pay and some benefits. And that's all I ever did because you're lucky to really have a school that we have now. And why? Because the vision and determination of few men who believed being union was worth fighting for and it was good for our families and our future. Today, unlike my beginning, your future is much brighter, more opportunities and possibilities to make this a stronger union and smarter workforce for our employers and our country. And before I finish, finally I want to leave you with these thoughts. If you work hard and you stay focused on your job and not worry about the other person, if you give it all your best, if you go to your union monthly membership meetings, if you support your labor leaders and your representatives, if you support the labor movement and the working class of America, if you register to vote, if you fight shoulder to shoulder with your fellow union brothers and sisters, you will make a union a stronger organization that will fight for the workers' rights and keep dignity in the workforce. This will help build America so America works and feels the passion and the feel of power. And I want to thank all of you and congratulations and God bless you. Thank you.